Hey, this is Sasha, and today I want to share with you some concepts about finding a profitable niche and then taking those things and getting into the sub niche of things. So basically looking at things to the next level. You see, when most people look at choosing a niche and finding a niche, finding something hot to sell within a specific industry group, they're really looking for just profitability. But in the end, it comes down to the value that you can add to your customers. It comes down to what problems can you solve to those end users. So it comes down to looking at the solutions that you have to offer for that end user. And if you don't have a valuable solution, then people aren't going to open up their wallet for you. So it's really important when you're looking at a niche and looking to get into an industry is to look at how much value you can contribute into that area of expertise and getting deep within the details. Because as you get into the value and as you get deep into the details, that's where people are having the problems. And that's where they're willing to open up their wallet and hand you their money. And in the end, in return, you will get that money in terms of profits and profitability. Now, when many people look at a niche, they look at it from a wide perspective. And they look at it, okay, I want to get into the health industry, or I want to get into the cooking industry, or I want to get into that the money or personal finance industry. But they don't dig deeper because, if I'm talking about personal finance and making more money, there's really other areas in there because there's other target markets. When you're looking at people who are going into retirement, that's a certain market for preservation of capital, or you're looking for entrepreneurs who are looking to grow their money or build a business. And that's completely two different kinds of people. And you have to start digging deeper into the next niche, or also known as the sub niche. You have to go to the next level, taking the 80-20 principle into account and zooming into that 20%, and then again zooming into the next 20% and so forth. So that's what I want to share with you today, and just browsing around how you could brainstorm some other niche concepts and looking deeper into the next niche, because it comes down to looking further and past and beyond just a general concept of the niche or the industry that you want to get into. It comes down to looking further to the next level, and getting specific with your solutions that you can offer your end user. So let's take a look at this on paper. So as we start looking at niches and we're starting to get into the flow of things to find what it is that actually has value, in the end, it comes down to what value you can give to the end user, to the end customer. After all, that is why they're going to buy from you, and that is why they're going to get a product from you. Does it have some kind of value to them? Will it solve a certain problem for them? That's ultimately the key. Now, for many people, when they initially start out with a certain niche, they're looking for a very broad, general concept. So, for example, they might start out, the health industry is really popular. So when they start out with health, they think of, okay, I'm going to be in the health industry. But then they realize, okay, this actually is maybe a little bit too wide. So if you're trying to hit a person over here, you want a business that covers something like this, and you still might be a little bit too wide over here when you're targeting a little person over in this area. So they get into it saying, okay, I'm looking for potentially not dieting or anything like that, but I am looking for more, let's say, fitness. So I want to be in the fitness area or industry. So now you're looking at more exercises and things of that nature. So you could go this route and stop right there, and as you start zooming in closer, it narrows down and eliminates a lot of other areas or a lot of other niches. So now your customer target becomes a little bit more focused. And this, along the lines, is a good concept and it's a good process, but people stop right there. They kind of now start tackling, okay, I want to do cardio, and I want to do, let's say, abs and belly fitness training and things like that. So they start listing a bunch of things when unfortunately, most people, when they get into fitness, they choose something because they have a problem area. What is that problem area? So if this is our main niche right here, you're looking at what is the problem area from the customer standpoint. Is it the cardio? Is it the abs? Is it the butt? Are they looking to tone different things? Are they looking to have more energy? what is it that they're looking for? Are they looking for more flexibility? Okay, so this again, you have to start looking at things and narrowing things down into the next stage. So even within fitness, I mean, you could do things like weights, obviously, and a lot of different things, cardio, weights, abs, flexibility. But as you continue to dig deeper, you start with a broad niche and then you continue to the next stage and you go further. You take it to the next level. And this would be maybe something like, let's just say, yoga. So what we've ultimately done is, if you know the 80-20 principle, okay, so 80-20 principle, the Pareto's principle, whereas this is 80% and this is 20% over here, then you go ahead and take that 20% and you enlarge it, okay? Then you take that new box, that 20% now becomes this new box, and now again, you take the 20% over here, and this is your 80%. So you continue to fine tune it and go to the next stage, okay? So basically 80% of your results are coming from 20% of your target. So you're targeting your target market. It's such a smaller amount, and you're getting such a large reward. And even within yoga, how far can you take it? How far can you go even within yoga? So as we start looking at things even on screen, you can see that right here I've pulled up the Yoga Kindle store. And this is where, if you start looking through some of these books and we start zooming into this, you can see that even in this area or industry, there's a lot of yoga books. So as you keep scrolling down, there's a ton of yoga books. But as you continue to go into that next 20%, you continue to drive deeper into it, there's different types of yoga. So as we get into yoga, there's the Hatha yoga, and I'm not a yoga expert, but you can see right here, look at this book right here, specific for Hatha yoga. And that's 230 reviews right there. So you know that there's way more people that even bought the books, the anatomy of Hatha yoga. So look at all these things. These books are specific for that sub niche. So we have a niche, and now this is a sub niche of that yoga niche. So it continues to dig deeper. And this is where we're getting even more and more specific into what it is that people want, the specificity of things. It's becoming even more specific. And looking at some of these other yogas, there's other yogas, and here's Ashtanga yoga. And you can see that there's, again, a Practice and Philosophy Kindle ebook with 58 reviews specifically for that yoga. And here's another one, The Power of Ashtanga Yoga, developing a practice that will bring you strength, flexibility, and inner peace, with 76 reviews. So looking at all these different things, and there's a ton of different yogas out there. Let's just take another one, Bikram yoga. So here, again, maybe not as popular for books and things like that, but there's still a handful that focus specifically on that sub-niche. So when looking at it from whatever area or industry that you're looking to get into, you could do some browsing just simply by, a certain category or area. So if I do a fitness book in the Kindle store and I'm starting to get ideas, you can see on the left over here, as we look into the Kindle store area, you have exercise and fitness and diet, and these are really the niche. I mean, I'm starting with fitness, but as you get into it, the sub niches are more like nutrition and healthy living and ab workouts and sports training. But let's just say I get into exercise and fitness, and now as I'm in exercise and fitness right here, so you can see I'm in exercise and fitness. As I start scrolling down through this, now you also have on the left weight training, ab workout, quick workouts. And there's more, martial arts, Pilates, pregnancy, running, walking, yoga. So I could go into weight training now. So again, now this gets into further the next stage of that niche. So the next sub niche in a way. And again, in here, you'll probably even see more things. So again, we're in exercise and fitness, and we're more into weight training. But now what about weight training? So calisthenics for lower body. Look at this. For lower body, then for muscle building. Then you also have one for upper body. Let's just see what else we have. The cookbook. So we have cookbooks that are specific for that. We have the ABC workout plan. We have 12 health and fitness mistakes you don't know you're making. Secrets of the super fit. So a 15 minutes. So for people who are looking for quick workouts, maybe people who don't want cardio, people who want to work out at home. So you see, there's little sub niches even within that. So when you're looking at a target market, whether that's your product or whether that's your blog, whether that's your book, you have to start looking at it not just in a big niche and writing a book all about fitness. You're starting to see that people are looking for targeted, specific problem areas that they want to fix, that they want to get better at. And whether they want to work out at home, whether they want to learn to be more flexible at home or at the gym, whether they want to build more muscles, strength, whether they want to fix up their abs, that's what you're looking to do, is to target the specific people that want the solutions that you have to offer. And it's all about just digging deeper. What's the next stage? What's the next stage? So if we start right here and we look at our diagram and we go from health and then we get into fitness, then you look at what's the next stage? Do I want to get into cardio or weights? Or do I want to get into yoga more? You know, what's the next level of that progression? Always think of what's the next step. So one other quick website I want to share with you, and that is Dmoz.org. And if you start here, it's a good way to dig deeper into certain categories and areas. So here, as I'm looking into it, you can see there's some categories right away. And what this is it's a directory. And if you go into this, and let's just say I go into home right over here to the right, now you can see there's subcategories. So you have cooking, do-it-yourself, apartment living, entertaining, family, gardening. So you have a lot of these things right there, but you can dig deeper into each one of these. So for example, let's just dig deeper into cooking. And now with cooking, look at all these different sub-niches. You have appetizers, baking, beverages, breakfast, casserole, chili, cheese, and then I could dig deeper into, let's say, cheese or chocolate. So if I dig into cheese, you have cheese ball, cheesecakes, crackers, fondue. So there's a lot of different areas that you could just get into, and even chocolate. Let's just see over here. We have chocolate beverages, chocolate cakes, and chocolate chip and cookies. So all these things, let's look at barbecue and grilling and beverages. Let's see beverages. Here, you can see there's a lot of different beverages, cocktails, coffee, eggnog. And as you know, coffee on its own is its whole niche. Starbucks model is all based upon that. So all these things really, as you start looking at them, you can dig deeper. And that's what you want to do when you're looking at your business and finding a profitable niche, in choosing that profitable niche and discovering it. And then you're continuing to dig deeper. And if you get into a product, whether that's creating a product, whether that's outsourcing and developing a product, you want to really hone in and continue to go to the next level, continue to go to the next stage, and keep pushing your niche further, because people are looking for specific solutions to their problems. All right, so there you go. That's how you dig deeper into a certain category or industry and continue to just go into it into the next stage and the next level. Now, if you want to continue watching more training videos like these, then go ahead and just continue by clicking this thumbnail right over here. But if you want to sign up to my newsletter list where I share some exclusive business training concepts, as well as taking a look at some of my books and courses, then just click this link right over here and you'll get on that newsletter list. Thanks again, and in the end, remember, do what you love, contribute to others, but most importantly, live life abundantly. I'll see you next time.